Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. We're going to do some fishing today in RF4 at lower Tunguska River here. We're at this little wagon wheel here. We're going to start off at night just trying to catch us some catfish. Then we'll start trying to troll during the day for pink salmon. Been a while since we've been here, looking for some big XP and some big silver. Right now we're looking for some Schaefers, some gold baits. We got a red worm there. Not horrible, but not ideal. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel for all the fishing action. Also, if you like fishing, don't forget to check out my real life fishing channel, Fishing with the Brew Man. I'll put the link in the description of the video if you guys want to check it out. Late February here in Ohio, so we're just now starting to get back into the real life fishing. I do take most of the winter off. I'm pretty spoiled when it comes to weather. The older I get, the less I fish in crap weather. But if you're interested, check that out. There's also lots of other games on the channel. I do have an old bourbon in here that I forgot to sell from before the work week. Plan is right now to do some real life fishing tomorrow at 11 a.m. So pretty excited. We're going to go to one of my favorite spots. Again, we're going to be trying to fish for some saugeye tomorrow. Real life. Right now we're trying to catch some catfish and some pink salmon. Looks like we got something here on the piece of fish. I do got a random ground bait on here. I was just trying to use it, speed up the bite rate here. What we got, burbot. Not horrible. Ugly looking mug. Again, I'm not using a clip. I'm not throwing out full force. It's pretty swift water here, so we'll try to get us a couple more and then we'll jump in the boat here pretty early. And I want, like I said, here's where I'm at, and then when I troll, I like to troll right across where this creek comes out. I troll right here. So not sure if anything's active. We'll give it a shot. If we look at the records and ratings, right now, if If you're looking at brown trout, the original popper there, pink salmon, gotta remember my alphabet. There's one on the brown popper, and then here's one that's the Spiker 2-2. I can't remember what I got on here. We're also going to try out the reel that we got for the event. This one here, this setup, I'll show you that once we get over to it there. It was in Ohio, the weather's so finicky. It was over 60 today, and the high tomorrow will be 32, which is Fahrenheit, which for us is right about 32 Fahrenheit's freezing. So we went from 30 degrees above, 30 degree swing from highs from one day to the next. So I don't know how the fishing's going to be, but I am tired of not going. So, saw guy like the cold weather. They're a mix between saw-guy and walleye. So, nothing else. We're going to get out of the house. Sounded like we were getting one more bite here. It took me a minute to get prepped. I probably should have got out here a little sooner on the video. But spent a couple days at Ectuba, so I was using different setups, larger carp setups. I mean, we could catch a big, if we could hook into a big catfish or something, sterlet that could wreck this setup, but this is the setup that I completely got together just for Copper Lake. Let's go ahead and start doing some trolling. Yeah, we can come back to this setup here at night. We'll leave that sit there, and we'll take it in case we don't come back to this spot. All right. Let's go ahead and sell off this old disgusting per, but still was almost 8 silver. Again, I'm going to kind of run right across this this front here. So we're using the original popper on 2 of the rods. All right, here's the setup we got for the Christmas event. So we got the Versa New Year's 2026 here. Oh, and the reel, the Zyman Minster reel came with it. So, all right, we already got something on this one here. Perch. We're going to crank our retrieval speed all the way up. Now here, I use the fluffy hooks here. I don't use the fluffy hooks everywhere, but I do use the fluffy hooks here. And by fluffy hooks, I mean this, where it'll say F. It'll have the fuzz on it. The fluffy, the fuzzy. The reel we're using here is the one I think we got the previous year. This was a New Year's Eve's event last year. So you get this set up if you complete all the tasks. So they give you about 60 days to do premium and non-premium task, and you get a reward every step of the way. We also got the New Year's Lamp 2026. Last year was the 2025. We got the chair. This year we got some clothing as well. It was the first year that we got some clothing. So we got the boots, the mittens, the ugly sweater. So I got this in the house. I got a trophy Donets that I mounted. I caught him doing the challenges. Oh, we got some. Oh, we got something. Couple here. A little non-marker pillid. Sharp salad nook. Unfortunately, not a marker. Let's change our retrieval speed on this here. Let's check our line size. I need to see if I can make some smaller leaders. So far, nothing great. 3 non-markers. Let's switch this lure out for one of the homemade, one of the handmade luas. I got like a rose-colored one. You can also use the handmade balsa popper here if you can make those. Now, if you use a big leader like this and a smaller line, it's going to default to 7.4. Just be wary that you're wasting bigger. All right, we got one. Oh, we got a couple here. There's a pinky, but it's not non-marker, unfortunately. Oh, I should have switched that leader out. That one's at least a marker. Still very small. What you got to be aware of too is your friction brake. When you start going to when you reduce your leader, always turn your friction brake down a little bit so you don't break your. Because if you haven't adjusted for the previous leader, and you make it smaller, you can end up breaking your leader. this one's 19, so we want to drop this one down. It'll sound like you got a big one, but then once we adjust it, the first fish will be fine. See, like this one was all the way up. Let's just do a popper on this one as well. I don't know if any of these got the fuzzy hooks. Oh. There we go. 17,000 XP. Again, still a small one. Still a small one. Alright. Siberian grayling, grayling, East Siberian, 6,000 XP. Those are decent silver as well. We're going to do a Yui here. Let's check. Okay, this one's got the large 2 fuzzies. Let's go to the large 4, which is a little bigger, or a little smaller, I mean. That's the one with the F hooks on them, which is the fuzzy. Oh, got a fish on 2. Another East Siberian, but non-marker this time. Might need to up the hook size. Hoping to get a trophy, obviously, is the goal, but any start over 1 kg is nice. Fish on 2. marker, unfortunately. Yeah, the non-markers are just beating us up here. This small pinky still may be our most valuable fish. I like how they change color when they start getting a little larger. Well, there we go. Fish on one. Brownie. Beautiful, beautiful model. 4500 XP. Again, barely in marker status. We'll take them. Anything that's at least a marker is going to be worth some. The right fish is going to be worth some silver. What I was going to say, as far as rudely interrupted with that brown trout biting, is these balsa poppers are a little larger. There for a while, they were the hot lure. Make sure I close this reel. Oh. Fish on two. Perch. Try a little farther down this time. Got one there on one. Non-marker Siberian. All right, let's go. I haven't got nothing on this popper, so let's switch it out. I just threw it back out, but let's switch it. Let me switch the hooks out on one of these. Oh, these already have them. Okay, let's just use the first one there. Oh. Well, that's scary. So that's a very good way to lose your lure with them pikes, with these small leaders. Those pikes will cut your lure off very quickly with the small leaders. For sure. That's always dangerous. Alright, let's try a little dinky top water. This thing might not even cast. We might have to leave the reel open for a minute. I do got a smaller line on to try to get him to cast a little better. Guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Again, a lot of stuff on the channel to check out. This is pretty much the only fishing game that I'm playing right now, but there is fishing in a lot of the different games. Amazing how it's just one of the, it's almost some sort of fishing in every video game, survival games especially. Here it's the survival is getting the silver. It's all about the silver grind now. I am starting to get some silver built back up, but honestly the sea, I just got tired of the sea. But this, you know, we spent $100,000 for a reel, 100,000 silver for a reel for the sea. It's hard not to go there and try to use that for larger fish, but now it's saving up to get better rods and again to get a big rod to go with that big reel. There hasn't been any talk recently of any new maps yet that I'm aware of. Sharp snouted, non-marker. Still 4,000 XP. But still very disappointed it's a non-marker. Iberian Cisco. At least it was a marker. It's not going to be very valuable though. You can't go up the river per se. It's not going to allow you to go up the river, which would be nice in my opinion. Not sure why we can't. It'd be nice if we could maybe you know, go up and then float back. But on marker. What happens is you kind of hold this corner a little bit. You kind of almost just sit here stationary. Got something else on too. We're getting just enough bites where it's hard to use 3 reels. Well, okay, this is an Arctic grayling, 6,000 XP. Not really. I like the sails, but this one's not that. It's not beautiful like the sharp snouted or the. I think the pinkies are ugly as well, the pink salmon, but the brown trouts and the sharp snouted are very good looking. This one's a non-marker, but still. They get more orangey when they get a little bigger. Oop, finally got something on this little dude. Little brownie. Remember, not a Girl Scout, a brownie. Brown trout. So this is kind of like evening and morning, obviously, like a prime time, I feel like. Hopefully we can get us a couple. I'd like to get something over 1. It's a marker, but man, barely. Something super small there on 2. The pole, yeah, so small I couldn't even hardly tell. Smell, look at the big teeth for that little dude. Little monster. Thing was little tiny and cute, looked like almost like a little minnow, and then big old teeth. Freaky. All right. Got one on one there. I was trying to see if I could. Non-marker. Dang it. Let's go a little bit more up this bank here. All right, here. Let's excuse me. Let's wrench around here and wrench it off. Head the other direction. Whoa. Got something looks like decent on two. Looks decent. Ah, it's not even a marker. Dang it. It's a marker at least. Another East Siberian. Small again on one. Yeah, we're just not getting the big uns. We're just not getting the big uns. Got quite a few pinks. If all of our pinks were markers or over 1 kg, we'd be doing really well. After this fish, we're going to turn around, and we are kind of in a hot spot here. We're just not getting anything nice. All right, this one seems a little bigger. It's hard to tell. I got that small leader on there. All right, at least it's a marker. Let's get turned around here. out the time here in game for topwater. You can get fish at night, but normally it's like taimans and stuff. We really don't want any taimans on this setup. Could get wrecked. Ow, with the small leader. Another Cisco. Fortunately, they're just not that valuable compared to the pinkies. Oh, something super small on one. Jeez. Fire it back out there. We got about another hour in game or so. All right, at least it's a marker. At least it's a marker. I mean, we got 29 fish in the boat, but unfortunately, we don't have it. We don't have 29 good ones. Something small on one. Maybe another smelt. Maybe a small perch. Maybe a grayling. Round whitefish. Didn't expect that. Now, I think these are very valuable, but that's a non-marker, so I think those are kind of, well, it didn't say rare, but. This one seems to be a little better. At least a marker, something. Alright, it's our biggest grayling, 8,000 XP. I need to turn the flashlight on. See a rod tip, so we got something small there. A marker, but barely. Last minute. Nice one. let's go do some more fishing. I'm not sure a good spot. I'm not going to know of any hot spots. So let's do this. Let's run across. Let's just run across over here and throw out into this. Let's go somewhere we normally don't go. Try something radical. Try to save it. I can't see what we're about to hit. There's something there. Big rock. Fish next to this log right here. Well, there was a clip on that. Alright, let's give it a go here. We're almost at an hour of the video, but we'll fish here for a little bit, see if we can get anything. Maybe we'll get us some chafers. Yeah! I used a lot of them up during the event. I actually traded for 50 of them. But I got rid of 50 mole crickets or something, so I don't know. Might have been a down trade, but I was trying to catch a certain size barbel. That's the pain you go through when you run out. When you're at the sea map, you're not digging. So one of the things we could have done. Which one's the bait fish rod? This one? I've just got so many old dead bait fish. I probably should just delete them, but I keep trying to use them. Trying to get my money's worth out of them. Let's do this. We're getting a little bonus on our XP here, and this is spin fishing, so that's not going to help us at night. We could use our new one just to test it out. But I want the XP bonus. Alright, so let's change this out. We're going to put some big line back on it. So they're not catching them on jigging right now. Catching them for the zander. Well, we should have one of those too. Well, the spoons I think should be early. Alright, we don't have any hooks on any of them, so let's do that first. See the quality. 9 out of 10. Let's do this. Let's delete those two because they're bad quality anyway. Alright. Shoot. I didn't want to go all the way back. Alright. So let's put some hooks on this one. Or a hook. We only got one of these. Let's go this. It looks like it matches up decent. We'll try to jig step it. Maybe a little hard. It's not very heavy. Happy hour bonus is over. So sad. So let's switch this out. for the original plan. Not getting any action on the other poles either. There we go. There was a bite. Whoa. The sun just ran across the stream. The stream. Whatever it did. I'm going to bring you guys back in just a second. Alright, so let's check the cafe first. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of those. Smelts are not big enough, and the vervet looks like a trophy. Yeah, going to be a pretty disappointing sell price. So all the non-markers are just worthless. Pennies. So, 177. Not the end of the world, but again, not great. Just needed a few over 1 kg. As you can see, the graylings were actually worth more than the pinks because we just couldn't get any size to the pinks. So I do appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and the next video we'll do here we'll do a floating video with some match rods. So I do appreciate you. Until next time, have fun fishing. I'm out of here.